Okay.
Okay, so good morning everyone from people of different ages. How are you today? That's good. So I am Mr. Junior AC Parcon, the travel manager, and together with me is...
I am Ortega,
And
the
we are...
assistant of the agency, the Tower of Agency.
Yeah. This company will take over the management of every travel's needs, to be specific from simplest to the complex, and will create an unparalleled experience that our customers could rely on. And thus, flowery words is not our expertise. Thus, reality is in our hands. Because we tend to focus on the customer's requirements in order for us to effectively manage the customer's demands itself. So, it is our honor and privilege to present to you what Philippines has a lot to offer as we explore to the best places for exploration and expedition, Northern Cebu. And we will be having our magnificent Northern Cebu Eco Adventure. And as we go along with our journey, dear tourists, let me have you some rules for us to be safe all the time. We call this SMILE, Friendly Tips from Tarabyahe Travel Agency. S stands for Smile throughout the tour so that we can provide positivity and eradicate sadness. M stands for Make memorable moments that are ought to be treasured. I stands for Illustrate good deeds, respect and love one another. Of course, choose someone to be your buddy system to whom you're comfortable with. L stands for Learn to be an eco warrior so that Mother Earth can provide tears that are not full of sadness but are filled with gladness. E stands for Explore the undiscovered and hidden resources that are within the destination. So without further ado, let's proceed to the serious agenda of this session, which is the presentation of the overall preparation of Tarabyahe Travel Agency. So of course, we will be having the tour highlights. First up, we have the Bantayanan sa Hari Katmondaan. So this was built and constructed in 1800s. Did you know what is the purpose of Bantayanan sa Hari? Or it is also called as the Watchtower. The purpose of this is to protect not just the municipality itself, but also the locality from marauders or the pirates itself, since the place is very near from the seashore. Maybe you're wondering what's the difference between marauders and pirates. And let me give you the information. Marauders is the group of persons who are always stealing food and sometimes attacking the municipality or the ships, while the pirates are always attacking and sometimes stealing products and foods. Yes, and Bantayanan sa Hari Katmondaan had its great significance because it portrays different and significant aspect in our history before. Yes, and Bantayanan sa Hari Katmondaan was located at Katmondaan Elementary School. And based on the local people there, when we had our ocular visit, even if they had that great wall on it, luckily, no single pirate has ever stepped onto their locality. And based from their experiences, Bantayanan sa Hari Katmondaan was served as one of their great heritage sites because it gives the locality the freedom of expression and thus might as well they give importance to the Great Wall. Next up is San Guillermo Parish Church. This was located and of course Katmon, Cebu, dear tourists, and it was one of the oldest churches built in 1835 and 1875 in the Spanish occupation region. Our last destination is Isoy Katmon Hot Spring. What's the uniqueness of Isoy Katmon Hot Spring? Yes, we all know that Cebu is considered to be one of the best islands in the world, offering not just beautiful and magnificent beaches, but also magnificent hot springs. And one of the great examples of this is Isoy Katmon Hot Spring, which can be located at Katmon, Cebu. Isoy Katmon Hot Spring is owned by Mr. Celso Isoy Bustamante, and in that, he just want to have a family rest house before. But then again, he and his Japanese friend discovered that the water flowing from that spring is quite hot, and it is not made up of volcanic eruptions or volcanic hotness. Thus, it is made up of natural hotness of the ground. And maybe you're wondering why Miss Piofa Ortega is just here at beside me, because both of us are assigned to different tasks. So, ma'am, let me do the honor first. And for our inclusions, we have the transportation, afternoon snack, lunch, travel kit, souvenirs, lifeguard, and of course, our very own local guide. Exclusions, we also have breakfast and ancillary services. Maybe you're wondering what's ancillary services. Ancillary services means these are the additional, yes, these are the additional expenses that the guest might have. Okay, so next please. So we will be having our itinerary. So for our itinerary, so 7:40 to 8:10, guests will arrive at McDonald's Danao. Danao guide will meet the group and will conduct an orientation of the tour.
So at exactly 8:10 to 8:50, group will travel to Bantayan ng Sahari sa Katmandaan.
At exactly 8:50 to 9:30, sightseeing at the Bantayanan Sahari.
And 9:30 to 10 a.m. travel to San Guillermo Parish Church at Katmandaan.
10 o'clock to 10:40, sightseeing at the San Guillermo Parish Church.
And then at 10:40 to 11:40, travel to North Sky Beach Resort at Sogo.
11:40 to 13, or shall we say 1 o'clock, lunch at Koa 3, house sightseeing at the resort.
And then at 1 to 2 in the afternoon, travel to Isay Hot Spring at Katmandaan.
2 to 3, 2 to 5, swimming at the hot spring pools, crossing the hanging bridge, and canyoneering.
And at exactly 5 to 5:30, guests will be dropped off at McDonald's Danao.
So price and costing, please do the honor, ma'am.
So I am assigned to do the hosting. So of course I will discuss to you the pricing, or hosting. And first is transportation. So transportation is 4,400 pesos. That is good for 8 hours. And then it will be divided into 11 packs that would be equivalent to 400. And lunch worth 3,600, and it will be divided into 11 packs since we have 11 persons. And equivalent to 360 pesos. And snacks, our snacks worth 90 pesos. And travel kit worth 105, and this will be include the significant things. First, a keychain, 15 pesos. Candies, 10 pesos. Pouch or wallet, 30 pesos. String bag, 25 pesos. And waterproof phone case, 25 pesos. And for our miscellaneous fees, we have a miscellaneous fees for the other expenses or our allowance worth 10 pesos. And for the entrance fee, only in Isoy Hot Spring, that is 385 pesos. So to add all the costs, so transportation 400, lunch 360, snacks 990, travel fee 105, miscellaneous fee 10, entrance fee is 384. So that is equivalent to 1,300.
Maybe you're wondering, dear tourists, why we only choose 3 destinations, but we guarantee you that these are the top 3 best destinations in northern Cebu. And we are very much honored and privileged to present to you the Tara Biyahe Tabay Travel Agency core values, which is SAKAY. S stands for service-oriented, A for adaptability, K for kinship, A for affection, and Y for youthful vibes. So thank you so much for listening, dear tourists. I hope you will continue visiting places together with Tara Biyahe Tabay Travel Agency. This has been Mr. Junary C. Parcon, the travel manager.
And this is Cleopi Ortega, the accountant.
Saying, Tara Biyahe Tabay, we're here to get you there.